Extra. This shit is hard.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of The Real, Raw, and Uncut. On tonight's episode, we're going to talk about why some people won't help you elevate. So, there is the truth that we don't like to talk about. A truth that sits in the shadows of friendships, families, and even relationships. Some people will cheer for you, but only as long as you stay beneath them. The moment they sense you may rise higher, that you may outgrow the boss they built for you, that's when their support gets quiet. Their got you turns into I'm busy. Their encouragement turns into competition. And it's not always because they're evil or malicious. Sometimes it's because your growth threatens the vision of themselves that they're comfortable with. Your potential exposes their stagnation, and your ambition reminds them of everything they didn't chase. People don't always withhold help because they hate you. Sometimes they withhold help because of the fear of losing their place in your life or losing their identity they've created. The one where they are the strong one, where they are the successful one, where they are the ones ahead. But here's the part we don't say out loud. Some people don't want to help you because they know you're going to take that help and you're going to run further than they ever did. And that scares them. Your shine feels like their shadow, and your success feels like their failure. But that's not your burden to carry. You were not born to shrink so someone else can feel tall. You were not put on this earth to dim your light so someone else can feel comfortable. And you definitely wasn't given gifts just to keep them small enough to fit inside someone else's insecurities. If someone can't clap for you when you win, that's not your loss, that's their limitation. And the people who are meant to be in your life, the ones who are secure, the ones who are healed and are rooted, they don't fear your growth. They fuel it. So keep rising, keep becoming, keep stepping into the version of yourself that scares small-minded people. Because the right people won't be intimidated by your greatness. They'll be inspired by it. You know? Now let's talk about something that people whisper about, but they never say. The reason some folks won't help you because they're afraid you may pass them. Now, it's like your success becomes a mirror to them and you're exposing what they didn't do. So instead of being expired, they feel like you exposed them. It's like they're thinking that your elevation is their decline. The new version of yourself disrupts their expectations. They only understand the old you. Your growth feels like betrayal to them. It's like they never believed in you and had low expectations for your life. It's like, how dare you become a great person? How dare you be happy? How dare you feel important? How dare you become successful when I'm supposed to be the better off friend or the better off family member? How dare your success show my lack of? How dare your happiness show my lack of? So I'm going to give you guys some signs of when to see it coming, or signs of that person around you. And it could be, like I said, it could be your friend, it could be your partner, it could be a coworker, a manager, whoever that's around you. You can still see the signs in these people. When they start to withdraw, when you start to be successful, and this can be successful in whatever you do. It could be success in your career, success in your business, success in finally finding your peace, success in a relationship. It doesn't matter. It's growth, and whatever your goal was, and you were able to achieve that goal, and it puts you in a better situation, that is what I'm talking about. It could be a better job. It could be opening up a business. It could be getting married. It could be your relationship finally getting on the right track. It could be you coming into some money. It could be your mental health. It could be you finally being in peace. And now you're able to grow and to shine. And this allows you to be different. But I'm going to give you some examples of when people don't want to see you healed, when people don't want to see you grow, and it threatens their identity. The first sign is withdrawal. They stop checking in on you. They stop asking about your goals. They go silent, especially when you share good news. They give you this backhanded support, like you're trying to tell them, you're telling them that you want to go on this journey. And instead of them motivating you, they really try to talk you out of it, but making it seem like they, got your best interest at heart. They'll say something like, I mean, if that's what you want to do. Or they'll say something like, just don't give your hopes up. Or they'll say, you sure you can handle that? Or they'll have like a competitive energy, like they'll suddenly want to up one on you, or they'll minimize your accomplishments, or they'll shift the conversation back on themselves. Like, have you ever told somebody something good happened to you? And then instead of them congratulating you or letting you have your moment, they steal it and start talking about themselves and what they have going on in their life. Yeah, one of them. And then you have people that have, they try to show support, but it's a conditional help. It's like they help you only when it benefits them. Like they'll help you as long as they're going to get a little bit of something out of it. If not, it's not worth their time. That means they really don't want to help you. They don't care about what you have going on as long as they can get something out of it. They don't care if you grow. They don't care if you find peace. They don't care about that job. They don't care about your success unless they're getting something out of it. I'm talking about, you have gatekeepers. You have people that will sit here and watch you. I'll just give you an example. You're trying to start a business and you're talking to your friend and you just need this last piece of the puzzle to get your business up and running. And all alone, your friend is listening to you and you're worrying and you're panicking. You don't know what to do and you don't know where you're going to get this last piece of the puzzle from. And they're smiling, and behind their back, they got the piece of the puzzle. And they're telling you, girl, you'll figure it out. I hope it works out for you. You got this. And the whole time it's in their hand, behind their back. They have the piece of the puzzle. That's called a gatekeeper. Some of them, they'll give you crumbs while taking the whole loaf. Like, it's like they'll do the bare minimum just to stay around in your circle, because they don't want to look like a bad friend. No one wants to look like a bad friend. You have family members that do the same thing. They'll only help you a little bit just to say they helped, so they won't look like a hater. So they won't look like they're not supportive. But they knew it wasn't going to be enough. They knew those crumbs wasn't going to be enough to get you as far as you needed to go. But they can't have that. They cannot give you the whole loaf, even if they got 10. Because your whole loaf can multiply. And you may have more loaves than them, so they have to give you crumbs. So the truth is, it's really not about you and about your growth. It's about their insecurities, their unhealed trauma, and their fear of being left behind. But that's not your responsibility for their comfort. You don't have to shrink, you don't have to dim, and you don't have to apologize for growing. Because your purpose is bigger than their fear. You were built to evolve. You were built to break patterns. And you were built to rise. You have to protect your peace. And you can do this by moving in silence, because not everyone deserves access to your plans. Your privacy is your protection. You can also build a supportive circle. Find people who clap for you without hesitation, and only surround yourself around people who are secured and have healed energy. Set boundaries without guilt. Don't feel any guilt. Distance is not disrespect, but protecting your peace is self-respect. Because you have to stay focused on your path. Keep your eyes on the purpose, not their opinions. So, here's what I want to do. Okay, y'all. So, I had to come on camera because I have a challenge for you guys, and I'm very serious about this challenge. I need for you guys to see who's going to clap for you without hesitation. Go up to your family, your friends, your partners, and share some great news and see how their response is. Was it hesitant? Did they clap for you, or did they get quiet? And if you don't have nothing going on, just make up something. Like, just say, hey, I just got a raise, or hey, I just got this good job, or hey, I'm about to open up a business, or I've been thinking about this and I think it's about to happen. Things like that. Or it could be something like, hey, I think I finally found my peace, or I think the person that I'm in a relationship with, I think we're going to be okay. Just whatever the situation is, wherever you feel like you don't get support at, challenge your friends and your family this week and see if they're really for you. See if they can get happy for you. See if they'll support you. See if they ask you, well, what can I do to help? Yeah, that's the challenge. Another thing, ask yourself who deserves a front row seat to your happiness and your success. So I was able to gather a few questions from you guys about this subject. And so I did pick out like 7 good ones that I feel like will um are overall good questions for the segment. Okay, so the first question is, why do people get weird when I start doing better? So my answer is because your growth forces them to confront their own. Some people love you as long as you stay familiar to them, as long as you stay predictable and safe for them in their safe space that they've created for you. But the moment you evolve, they feel exposed, like your progress is highlighting their lack of. But it's not your responsibility to shrink so someone else can stay comfortable. Period. Okay, so the second question is, how do I know if someone is secretly rooting against me? My answer is to pay attention. I'm real big on this anyway. Pay attention to their energy, not their words. Do they celebrate you without hesitation? Do they offer support without making it about them? Or do they get quiet, distant, or competitive when you win? People who love you do not flinch at your elevation, they rise with you. They are genuinely happy for you. You can feel the energy. It's not about what they say, it's about how you feel. Like, do you feel it? Do you feel the happiness? Do you feel the cheerful energy? The next question. It says, what if the person that's holding me back is family? Blood. And that's deep because we know friends. Like, the thing about friends is friends, we more than half of people have switched friends throughout their whole life, whether it's moving from different cities and losing friends because you had to relocate, whether it's changing friends in school, whether it's on the job, having a friend, and then once you leave the job, you don't have those friends anymore. But one thing about family, they're gonna forever be your family. And it is disappointing when you do not have support from your family. Because if no one else is going to support me, then who will? When it's supposed to be family. But my answer is family can love you and still limit you. Sometimes they project their fears onto you. Sometimes they only understand the version of you they raised, not the version you're becoming. You can love them deeply and still outgrow the expectation they place on you. They will always look at the younger you and already created their own theory of how you gonna come out. That's just what family do. Some of them will look at you and be like, hey, when such grow up, she gonna be hell, or she gonna be about her business. You know how we do that to family. We'll curse them as a child. She bad as hell. She probably ain't gonna, he gonna end up in jail by the time family do that. Those are their expectations of you. Or she ain't gonna be shit. She don't did this. She don't did that. And she gonna end up like her mama. He gonna end up like his daddy. Those are the limitations that your family put on you. Yep. But you can still love them deeply, but still outgrow the expectations they placed on you. And that depends on where they are in their healing journey. They'll be like, damn, I remember when they ain't have shit. Now they doing better than me. And then they start to look at themselves. So now every time they come around you, they feel less about their damn self. But that don't stop you from shining. Don't let that make you feel guilty. Because you have some that will try to bring you back down to their level. Because they feel like you shouldn't be above them. Especially if they're older than you or got more going on than you. And somehow you don't find out a way to be happier or more successful than them. It's a problem, friends or family. Or your partner. The person that you lay in the bed with can feel some type of way about your success too and your growth too. Especially if you're a woman dating a man and the woman is more successful than the man, it'll fuck up his ego as a man. But don't demote yourself. Don't lose the peace and the light within yourself. You continue to grow, even if you have to outgrow them. Even if you stop speaking to family, even if you stop fucking with your friends, always be great. Always level up. Always do the best you can. Okay, so the next question. How do I protect my peace when I'm leveling up? All you have to do is move with intention and not explanation. Your intention is because you want to be successful and you want to take care of your family and you want to be great. Ain't no ill will behind it. I just want to be happy. But I don't even have to explain that. You feel me? People will put you in this mind frame where you don't know if you're coming or going. Especially if it's like a partner or, I'm telling you, like, it could be people, it could be a friend coming to you, talking to you about their problems. And they, and you love your friend and stuff, but your friend can come to you about their problems and it'll just fuck your whole mental up. Like you going through it with them. Knowing that you can't focus on that because you got other shit you got to be doing to elevate yourself. But now they just caused a distraction. While you are on your road to success, do not let anyone come to you with any distractions. Be there for your friend, but when it becomes overwhelming or heavy, or when it causes you to get distracted, tell your friend, "Hey baby, I love you, but this is what I have going on right now, and I'm not in the right mental space to take on that extra ness, so I'm going to have to get back with you. Let me handle this right now." That's just what you have to do sometimes because you're focusing and sometimes that negative energy will dim your light. It will throw you off. The next question is, should I confront the people who don't support me? I would say confrontation isn't always necessary, but clarity is. Sometimes the best response is distance, like I was just saying. Sometimes it's a conversation, but most of the time it's acceptance. You can't force someone to clap for you, and you don't need their applause to keep rising. Period. You don't have to confront anyone because they're not supporting you. Just accept it. People don't have to clap for you. They don't have to be happy for you, right? We know that. The problem is why they don't. If you my family, why you don't? If you my friend, you my partner, why you don't? But it's not going to dim my light. It's not going to stop me from doing what I'm doing because I accept it. I accept it. I can't force you to clap for me. But what I'm going to do is so you won't become a distraction because you're not for me, because you're not clapping for me and you're not helping me become better. So now what I have to do is just distance myself from you. Should I confront the people who don't support me? No. I've done that before. No. Confrontation isn't always necessary, but clarity is. You can let people know how you feel. I wouldn't say that's a confrontation, but I would be like, hey, you know, that day I told you, what I had going on. I thought you would be happy for me. I just, or I thought maybe you would point me in the right direction, but I didn't get that from you. So I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't do that for me because had that been the other way around, I surely would have helped you or put you in the right situation or put you in the right hands. I mean, I guess you can call it a confrontation, but, respectfully. But sometimes it's just that conversation. But most of the time, it's just called for acceptance. Just accept it. You cannot force someone to clap for you or to support you. And you really don't need their applause to keep rising. Next question. How do I stay motivated when the people I expected to help me don't? I can relate. I have a lot of successful people in my family. They've never tried to help me do anything. Like, shit. At all. Yeah. Nothing. And I haven't said anything. Because I know I'm great. I know what I possess and I know what I have within myself. They don't. You feel me? But I have watched people around me help other people, but never asked me if I needed a hand. I've had people that seen me struggle, and I mean in the dirt, in the mud, and did not ask me if I need a helping hand up. They just talked. So I understand this question. But my answer is let their silence be your confirmation, not your discouragement. Let their silence be your confirmation. Remember that. Your path was never meant to be powered by the people who fear your potential. A lot of people, seeing that I was down and they could not help me back up, not because they didn't want to, but because they knew I was great. We cannot help her, because if we fuck around and help her, she's going to outshine us. Your purpose is bigger than their insecurity. So you just got to keep on going, and the right support will meet you at the level that you're growing into. Because look, you're not even going to worry about them. You're going to distance yourself from those type of people. Don't let them come around. Speak to them. Keep on going, because you got shit to do. You moving forward. You're happy. You're successful. You're on the right path. Keep on going. It's going to be somebody that's going to reach out and support you and see your potential. As you're leveling up, you're going to meet people that are leveled up too. You're going to meet people that are on more of a higher level than the people that you're seeking this help and validation from and this attention from. So don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about that. And remember, love doesn't counsel security. Love doesn't counsel fear. And love doesn't guarantee support. You can love someone and still outgrow the version of you they're comfortable with. Until next time, this is the Real, Raw, and Uncut, where we don't sugarcoat anything. We give it to you raw. Bye.
Yeah, Mrs. Trendsetter, whatever she do, they bite. I like take it down. They like that to go.